Hey everyone, this is Andy from electricpetrolhead and we're in our Tesla Model S. Now I really love this car. However...
Is it a family car?
Should we find out? Let's find out.
Size!
So, is the Model S a family car? Of course it is. But a lot of people say if you're buying a Tesla and you want a family car, you buy the Model X. And when we were test driving the cars, we realised that the Model S is actually everything you need from a car. It's huge. So you don't need the size of the Model X unless you need those 7 seats, or you just really want an enormous amount of storage space. So this video is just about going into the sort of different reasons why I think that the Model S is a perfect family car. And when it comes to us as a family, it is Kate and me. We have 2 daughters and we have 2 dogs, and all of us can go in this car quite happily and enjoy it as a family car. And that's because of the size of this thing. It is a true sort of 5-seater. Yes, I know you could get the 2 7 seats that go in the boot. Not gonna get tempted to race those two. Don't be a dick, don't race on public roads. But yeah, when it comes to size, I ignore the 2 seats that go in the boot or in the trunk. I don't really want to put my daughters in the boot. But as a true 5-seater with an enormous boot, you've got the front, you've got a lot of space, it's comfortable. I think the size is pretty much perfect. And yes, it's a bit of a pain to park sometimes in the UK. Over in America, the parking spaces are so much bigger. If you go to Costco in the UK, the parking spaces are massive. But that's the only downside of having the larger size car. For everything else, it's a really big positive, and for a family we can get everything in we need. And if you hit subscribe and have a look through my other videos, there's videos showing how much storage space there is. So really nice big car, and yet it's still a sports saloon. So I think that's a really good benefit of this package as a family car. You've got the size, you've got the looks, you've got the efficiency, you've got the safety. It all comes together, creating, I think, the perfect size for a large family car. So yeah, that's the main reason I think this is a brilliant family car.
Safety!
So the absolute main reason that we bought the Model S was safety. It was going to become, and it now is, our family car. So it's got the most important things in our lives in the car most of the time. So safety has to be the biggest priority. So you haven't got the big lump of metal in front of you, commonly known as an engine. You have a lot of weight down below, so the chance of rolling the car is very low. You've got all the technology benefits of autopilot if you have it. I personally don't, because I prefer to be the driver, but I still have all the safety benefits of having autopilot, and it does warn me if a car in front has stopped suddenly, even though I'm in control and watching the road. It's just an extra backup. It's nice to know that the car's looking out for you as well on a safety level. Because you don't have the engine, the front is a perfect crumple zone. Same on the back. You don't have a big fuel tank behind you. The risks of the batteries catching fire are absolutely minuscule. It's just typically newsworthy when it happens to a Tesla. But if it happens to a Porsche Taycan, no one mentions it except the EV world, which is the hypocrisy of the press sometimes, shall we say. So yeah, fundamentally it's probably one of the safest cars on the road, and I feel very safe knowing that my daughters, my wife and my dogs are being driven around in a very safe car. So yeah, safety, it's got to be the most important thing when you're buying a family car.
Tech and Spotify!
So, when you're doing a long journey in a family car, you want to have a lot of different options for entertainment. And although it doesn't have screens in the headrests, my girls just use iPads. It's easier and they can control it and hold it. But when you're wanting to, use the technology of having Spotify and being able to play whatever song you want.
Play Baby Shark.
No! But luckily I'm in control, so I can say no. But yeah, in all seriousness, you've just got Spotify built into your car, and it's not rinsing your phone battery or phone data to use it. That's really cool. And the great thing about Spotify, and then tune in for the podcast, is we just look up some, like the girls are really into Disney, so we can look up audiobooks of all their favourite Disney songs. We can then go to the settings and chuck the sound right into the back. And Kate and I can just chat away on a long journey, and the girls can be listening to Beauty and the Beast or whatever they want to. And that's really cool. And yeah, we do take this car into Europe, and we go on the Eurotunnel. So when we're at the Eurotunnel, or if we're just, we've never really had to wait more than about 5 minutes for a charge, because Kate and my attitude is you should do something whilst the car's charging. So we build our charging stops around lunch, for example, and then use destination charges or hotels. So we never wait for the charge. But on the Eurotunnel, for example, when we're sat there, you can just put Netflix on and they can watch a movie. Yes, these are all things that an iPad can do, especially a data-enabled iPad, and but having it all built into your car is pretty damn cool. And there's a lot of tech. So you've got the games, you've got all the other features that's built into the Tesla ecosystem, and it all just brings together what Elon's often said, is that he wants Teslas to be the best, most fun cars. And it's not just about the driver, it's about the passengers as well. So that's just another reason that makes a Tesla an amazing family car. You've got all that entertainment built in. So yeah, go and try one out at a showroom. They're brilliant.
Health benefits.
So another major benefit of running the Tesla or any electric car is the health benefits, and this can work on a very localized level, in as much as when you drive onto your driveway at the end of the day, you're not filling your porchway full of fumes that you then walk through to get into your own home. I didn't quite appreciate how big a deal that was until we bought the car, and I suddenly realized we weren't having to breathe that in every time. So yeah, when the girls are getting in and out of the car, they're not breathing in the fumes created by my own car, and I think that's a really big benefit. And it goes beyond that. So yes, on a direct level, you're not breathing in your own exhaust, but then you're not polluting as you drive around. There's a lot of rubbish spoken about the negative sides of electric cars. I'm of the opinion, from reading as much as I can, that there's no comparison really. An electric car is going to be better for the environment, it's going to be better for you as a driver, and it's going to be better for the people around your actual car. So I would highly recommend them if that's your number one priority when it comes to a car. And it feels, you feel it, you don't have the fumes. We can set the car to defrost in the morning, but the car's locked and it's not pumping out fumes. Walking, ironically, we don't really drive the girls to school very often. It's normally we walk, and the not having the car defrosting when we do have to drive them and pumping out loads of toxins into the air, it's just a nice feeling. So yeah, I think that's a side effect of having an electric car that I think is really important, and I just think it's something to be proud of, and you do notice it as a driver. So yeah, the eco benefits, the health benefits to me as a driver and to my family and to those around us, it matters. So yeah, another benefit to having an electric family car.
Speed.
Okay, I'm not a boy racer. I do track days if I want to rag the cars at 100%, and that's great. However, there's a real benefit to being able to accelerate quickly and safely. And I'm not talking about breaking the speed limit here. I'm talking about, getting away from trouble on the road. If you see some muppet really close to you, being able to get away from them, being able to execute an overtake as quickly and as safely as possible. All these things add up, and I think that's a big benefit to having a relatively quick car. This is not a performance model. It's not 2.6 seconds to 60. It's about 4.2. It's plenty quick enough. The girls find it funny. They often egg me on to accelerate a little bit quicker than normal. That's fun, but it's all done safely, and I do honestly think there's a big benefit to having a quick car as your family car, just when you need it. But obviously drive carefully and within the speed limit at all times.
Summary.
So thank you very much for watching. It's been an absolute pleasure to own this car, and from a family point of view, we absolutely love it. We have a BMW i3 as well, and I'll do a separate video on that, talking about how we see that as a family car, because it's a different type of family car, because it doesn't have the storage, but it still works really well. But I do feel very fortunate to have the Tesla and the BMW i3 on our driveway, and it's really a really good pairing. So hope you've enjoyed this. Please like and subscribe. Check down in the description. I share how I fuel this car with renewable energy, and it cost me as little as £3.75 to do 220 miles, which is ridiculously cheap considering in a petrol or diesel car that would cost me £30. So it's literally 10% of the cost. And there's you can use my referral code and we both benefit from there with 50 quid each. So if you're in the UK, have a look at that. Fundamentally, just ask me any questions you have. My email address is in the description. Send a comment below if you have a question, and check out the other videos on my channel. A lot of them are in response to people commenting on my videos, and I've just made a video quickly to answer their question. So have a look around, and if you're buying a Tesla, you're gonna love it. They're absolutely brilliant, and hope you have a lovely day. Thanks for watching. See you later. Bye.